Well, hello and welcome. It's lovely to see you again. I hope you're sitting nice and comfortably and that you're ready for another story time with Sue. You know, sometimes we can be as busy as a bee, or sometimes we can get a little bit stuck in what we're doing. Sometimes we spend a lot of time resting. You know, it's great to read sometimes or play video games or watch TV, but often there's work that needs to be done. And if it's true that you spend all your time not doing those things but not doing any work, then you know you are really missing out. And this story is called the 19th of Maquerk. And in this story, we'll find out what happens if you don't do the work that you should have been doing. On the 17th day in the month of Maquerk, deep in the leaves of the forest of Kirk, there were two caterpillars who were both hard at work. See, the month of Maquerk, as everyone knows, is cocoon building season for all caterpillars. See them here. For 17 days they had worked hard and fast, each trying to make a cocoon that would last. There was still work to do. There was much to be done. After all, cocoon making isn't always much fun. Then the one on the right stopped his work and he said, "I'm bored with this work. I want to play now instead." Now, there's nothing so bad about taking a rest. It's a smart thing to do when you're giving your best. But a worm who thinks building cocoons is a bore might miss some surprises that could be in store. So after 17 days, the one on the right began to complain and he started to gripe. "I'm tired of this, tired of hanging around, tired of spinning this silky stuff round and around. I want a long break and a great big vacation. My back has got aches from this lame operation. A snack, that's what I need. Oh, and a nap and a rest. Then tomorrow I'll start back to work, quite refreshed." So the one on the right snuggled down into bed, while wonderful butterfly dreams filled his head. And as the sun set on the forest of Kirk, the one on the left side was still hard at work. In the mist of the morn, on the very next day, the air was quite drizzly. The sky was quite grey. When the caterpillar on the right, still in bed, looked out from his bed at the day, he said, "What a rottenest day, so rainy and grey. If I were a butterfly, I'd flutter away. Well, some day I'll be one. I'll change head to feet inside that cocoon that I need to complete." But a day that is rainy is spent better instead, relaxing with covers pulled up over your head. And this rainy grey day in the forest of Gurk, the 18th day in the month of Maquerk, found one caterpillar sleeping and one hard at work. See the one sleeping here? Here's the one hard at work. The next day, the morning was shiny and bright when up woke the caterpillar on the right. But the one on the left now was nowhere in sight. "Where's she gone?" said the one on the right. "Could she be somewhere off taking a break without me?" "If she's taking a break on this 19th of Maquerk, then I too deserve a nice break from my work." So that bug on the right, feeling quite justified, took another day off, snuggled deep down inside. Now, but the one on the left, where is she been? There she is. See the X-ray? Well, I'm sure that you've guessed she was hidden within, inside her cocoon. That was her location. She was there going through butterflyification. And as the sun set on the 19th of Maquerk, in the still of the eve, in the forest of Gurk, the one on the left had completed her work. Now, a caterpillar in the forest of Gurk must be in its cocoon in the month of Maquerk on the 19th day, not a single day later, or it won't change inside its cocoon, change you later. This is something our lazy friend here on the right doesn't know, but I bet he'll know after tonight. For the very next day, on the very next morn, he woke up to the sound of a cocoon being torn. Rip! And lifting his covers, he saw quite a sight. He saw his old neighbour with wings taking flight. "You're the caterpillar, you're a butterfly now. I see it, but I'm not believing it. How?" She looked down and she said, "Just by simply hard work. My cocoon was complete by the 19th of Maquerk." The other one griped, "It's completely unfair that I'm still just me while you fly in the air. I was cheated, ripped off. I was brought to a halt. My cocoon isn't done, but it isn't my fault." Then the new butterfly just fluttered away, for she had no reason to feel bad on that day. But that sad caterpillar, the one on the right, stayed angry and fussy long into the night. He blamed many things, his neighbour, the rain. He made his excuses, though he was to blame, and he never did change, for he'd slept through the work to build his cocoon by the 19th of Maquerk. Well, there's nothing real bad about taking a rest. It's a smart thing to do when you're giving your best. But a worm who thinks building cocoons is a bore might miss some surprises that would be in store. A bug who just sleeps instead of working should know he should get used to being a caterpillar. Wow. sometimes when we work hard, good work is rewarded. Sometimes it's not. But nobody ever gets a reward for whining about things and for doing a not such good job. And who knows, some ways doing a good job can be a reward in itself, because you feel just so good yourself about finishing it. And you know, God does care about the way that you work. If you don't believe that, then you should have a look at Proverbs, because in Proverbs there's one who says, people who refuse to work want things and get nothing, but the longings of people who work hard are completely satisfied. So think about that. Think about work and the sort of work that maybe you can do to help in your house, in your whānau. Because remember as you do the reward that the caterpillar had when they turned into a butterfly. Well, that's our story for today. I'll look forward to